And we're back for this final hour of tonight's Hereticus session. And so you're back in the Cogitator station. And Medea has been checking surveillance, the Cogitators Auspex system. And I should note that this is probably one of the high-end cogitators of the Imperium, with all the functions and gadgets and doodads.
It can do stuffs.
It can do stuff. This is by no means something all cogitators are able to do. But anyway,
That's why I didn't know how to use it. There's only the old ones where I'm from.
Yep. And so when you do use the Auspex, Medea has access to the entire layout of the system, except the blue section and the yellow section. Those two are blocked off. There's no layout of those two sections. And but anyway, when using the Auspex, Medea gets several pings, primarily in the Black Chapel. That sounds ominous. Where you just come from, and also in the pings in the green and red sections of the facility.
So the Black Chapel were the place where we saw all the pings before.
Yep.
And the green section is what?
The green section houses. It's also a detention section. And it houses particularly violent offenders, but other than that, it's laid out in pretty much the same way as both the black and red sections. They all look rather uniform in their layout.
Are they
right.
in?
I tell them where the pings are.
Yes, the point is it possible to isolate those pings, shutting the doors and, basically saying, you're never getting out of this place, while still leaving a route for us to get back to where we wanted to go to?
Some of the pings are moving through corridors within the facility, and those you won't be able to lock those.
No, of course not.
But if we can lock most of them away, it would be nice.
Yeah. You can certainly lock the isolate the ones in the Black Chapel. That won't be an issue.
Yeah.
And she does that.
Yes, and if you can do the same if there are some of the ones in the green or in the other sections in general who are in, what you can tell are rooms of any kind. It might be, cells, control sections like this one. It doesn't really matter as long as you can, close the doors and shut them in, so that what we have to deal with is what we have in the corridors, and then give that a good hard fire suppression burn, because it's very clear they hate those, and then we move as fast as possible to get out.
All right.
To where we need to go. All right.
Okay, so you start isolating the pings that can be isolated, and you notice that their immediate reaction is to move to the doors that you've locked.
Yes.
Of course, something just locked behind them.
And as far as you can tell, just stand there.
Yeah, they try to get out, but doors
Actually, I have an idea. Medea gets a kind of very cruel and wicked grin on her face as she starts chasing some of them with the fire suppression and chasing them into cells.
Clever.
You can just see she looks like a cat about to eat a mouse.
Smart.
Okay, so
you can probably hear the fire suppression going on, like the light had gone off for us. In sections. So she starts chasing them around like rats.
I gotta say, Aya, that is a stroke of absolute brilliance.
That is what she can do. She is the wild card.
And brilliance is rewarded as you start chasing these pings
I
around
love
on this
that idea.
auspex that you're looking at.
I imagine some or two of the others in the room just looking at her, chasing them around.
It's basically she's playing Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whenever it eats the cherries and starts chasing the ghosts.
And it seems to be working because they move into the areas you want them to move into, and it's
And get isolated.
It's simple enough for you to then lock the doors behind them.
Yeah.
This
is
works
excellent.
for most of them. A few
Yeah, well-
of them won't budge for whatever
no.
reason.
Then I just leave the fire suppression on until they stop pinging.
So you see in the green section there are 2 pings that remained stationary and remain there, and they don't. They keep pinging.
All right, then they are probably in an area without a fire suppression system to blast. In that case, but there are 2 of them. We shall probably have to go through them violently in that case. But Medea, that was excellent thinking. Very well done.
Medea looks angrily at the 2 who doesn't move. Is there a way to broadcast sound in that room?
Yes, you have access to a Vox system.
She presses a button and says, "Screw you!" and then moves the finger. There, let's go.
You're doing so well, my dear.
I can't fault her for that. I really can't.
Also, it's really awful when I say it because of my British accent, because it sounds like I'm saying "my dear" every single time.
No, don't use a British accent.
Just that I'm British, I can't really avoid it.
Well, you could do another
Try a Dutch
accent. You're an actor, aren't you?
Yes, and this is Warhammer.
Yes,
There were
Then
two-
do a
there-
Latin accent.
I was about to say that.
it's fine. It's no problem. God.
Anyway, Medea huffs. They got the message.
Good. We have to move quickly. And Francesca begins to do so.
Okay, so you start moving down the hallways again, and you
Yes.
find alternate corridors to move
Yes.
through.
Yes, so that we avoid the ones that are obviously now blocked.
Sure. Okay, so you move through the black section and come down into the green section. There's the same kind of separation between the 2. There's this massive wall with a single door in it.
Yeah.
Just like there was between the blue and black sections. And this one is open. You've already been through it. So no biggie.
Yeah.
And you move down into to the green section, and you can actually hear at this point as you move through the corridors past the cells. You can hear people scraping against the
Zombies.
doors and trying to come out or get out of the cells.
You just hear the on the other side.
No, you actually don't. There's no sound other than the sound of nails scraping against the doors and so
They
on.
And then Medea going,
If this is Plascrete, they will wear their skeletons away before they get out.
Oh, it is Plascrete. It is.
So yeah, that is of absolutely no concern to her at this point. What she needs to do is get to the room where we know there are 2 of them.
Okay.
Because we have to, as I understood it, we have to go through that one, right?
You don't. You can absolutely find alternative routes to take in this section as well. These 2 are located in a large open area. You don't know what the area is used for. It's what's it called? Absolutely bare. There's no furniture or anything in it. But they are nevertheless located in this open area.
That would explain why there's no fire suppression system if it's some kind of completely open area like that. There's no wall or, well, maybe a ceiling, but it's very high up or something, so that would explain why. Well, if we can avoid getting into contact with them, we will definitely avoid getting into contact with them. there's unless I see them starting to move towards us. Obviously, if that happens, then
All bets are off. Shoot
all
the
bets are
buggers.
off. Exactly.
Okay. You certainly can. They yeah. Again, you have the blueprints of the facility minus the blue and the yellow sections.
Yes.
Okay, so you move
I think,
through.
by the way, that Tim will have changed back to his rifle.
Okay. Okay.
It does have a
Probably
good
quite
aim.
easy to draw one, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you move through the green section and you come into. I'll just
That
ping
is not his other way.
this white area, which is basically an area where prisoners are processed and prepared for their stay here in facility HELOCs.
Yes.
There's also a lot of maintenance rooms in this area. But you move through it, and at least it's my understanding that you want to go to the central chamber.
We have no choice. That's where this thing is.
Exactly. And you come out into the this massive hallway you initially entered when you entered the facility itself. And
I'm just reminding you, I'm still glowing.
sure. You didn't see this the first time around, but this time around you note I don't know if you see it, but there's a doorway here.
Yeah.
Exactly. And coming out of this doorway is a purplish light.
Ooh.
That can't be
Oh,
good.
joy!
Oh, joy indeed.
Akalon, what is this?
What kind of sorcery is this?
Does Akalon know what this is?
It's purple light.
Akalon may not know specifically what it is, but Akalon has a damn good idea that it's somehow warp related. The way the light shifts and moves.
Yes. Well,
Warp energies.
very well. We walk in the grace of the God Emperor. There is only one way forward for us. We have a duty to perform. Let us move.
I think Akalon takes the time to holster his torch as best he can and take out his staff. He may need a symbol of the Emperor before the end.
He may need a focus, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you move forward?
I think it's safe to say Francesca goes first unless somebody protests. Again, both armor and, in this case, her faith power should probably be the first thing into
No
that
protest from Medea.
Okay.
None at
I
all.
imagine
You
Tim
go
goes
ahead.
last.
And Tim goes last. Okay.
Medea's right behind Sister Francesca to give her
Yes.
cover.
And Frenchie does keep her eye on the Auspex, of course, just in case.
Okay.
Used in case.
So you start moving forward.
Yes.
Tim, I need to know something.
Yeah.
You're going last, as I understand it.
Yes.
Do you focus? What's your focus? Is it on the light in front of you and the doorway you're moving toward, or are you keeping watch?
Tim is doing what he always does when he enters a new unknown area, and that is observing all his surroundings, places of cover, and places, for entry or exit.
Okay.
Just a note, Medea is such a skittish little shit, she's keeping eye on anything.
Yeah. Okay.
She doesn't want to get flanked while they're walking into warp. So it's kind of annoying if someone comes running out of nowhere behind
Sure.
them.
Makes sense. So you move toward the central chamber, and you move past several exits leading into these wide areas on either side of the main hall.
Yeah, if they can
And-
be blocked off when we pass them, we might as well.
Okay, so
Just saying.
you
Just
want
saying. If we can, if they can be I don't know, hardwired or fused or whatever the hell, when we walk past them, if there are doors, then we should, because we know there are still some of these creeps running around in there.
Do any of you have security as a skill?
That's a good question.
Security isn't a dirty word, I know. Crevice is a dirty word, but security isn't.
Good God.
Well, I'm not allowed to quote Blackadder, really?
We are not.
Funny. No, I don't actually have that.
I do not,
No.
but I have moved silently, and I want to do that.
Okay.
What's the point when we have Francesca before us?
Because then they might see her and not me.
Yes.
Also, security is not a skill she has because she usually just break through it.
Yep.
Okay, so you can't. Well, I suppose tech use might work as well.
And that I have.
So if you intend to short circuit or whatever the locking mechanisms, you can do so. But I'll need a -10 tech use test for that.
Can we be lucky?
Just-
Right?
I'll
Say-
keep watch.
No, we couldn't.
No, we can't. Okay.
She's not dumb, but intelligence isn't her best stat.
No.
No, and there are also several distracting elements. One being some kind of purplish demon light thing coming from up ahead.
Yeah.
This I
Yeah.
imagine is something Medea hasn't actually seen before. None of
Wait a
them.
second.
No,
Can-
but she has heard it before, and that worked fun.
Can we simply close the door though, without short circuiting it or anything? Can we close the door?
You can close it.
All right. In that case, we should close the door, and then I ask Achelon to shoot out the locking mechanism.
That's
Okay.
another way to do security for. On.
Yep.
We won't be able to open it either afterwards, but
Who needs that?
Who needs
Just
that? Yeah.
I'm happy to do this, although which door am I shooting the lock on again?
So on either side of the major hallway you're moving through, there are several exits into the white areas on either side of it.
Yes, of course.
And it's these exits that you're being asked to
yes.
shoot at, or their locking mechanisms.
Yes.
Okay.
The only one I want you to not shoot is the one we just came out, because we know there are only two of us, or two of them behind us.
Okay, so how many doors am I shooting the locks out on in this case?
So, I'm guessing you're asking because of ammo being a thing.
Yes.
16 doors in all will need to be shot before you reach the main the central chamber.
Which means there's 8 on either side.
Yep.
So 7 on one side and 8 on the other side.
So
That's
15 rounds, basically.
True.
Okay.
Okay.
I do
And-
so.
And you do this as you move toward the central chamber.
Yes, I don't quite do it equilibrium style with like two in each hand, spinning them and shooting each one on the way up in a really cool. No, I just get up close to it so that there's no chance, for example, I could miss.
Sure. And
And,
I'm not going to demand any rolls for that. That's
No.
Okay.
Oh, I
I'm down-
wanted to see 100 and see him miss up close.
Yeah.
No.
This is
Yeah.
this is our run through the Death Star moment, basically, where
Yeah.
Luke and Leia blows out the door
Yeah.
locks.
Yes. Find the controls to extend the bridge. I think I just blasted it. Okay, I'm down to 14 rounds or 14 shots from the main las pistol.
Yeah, but you had extra.
I have 3 spare charge packs, and I've
Yes.
got my compact las pistol on top of that, so I'm still
Yes.
fairly well.
Oh, you're well served. Don't worry.
Oh, Akalon, as he's moving,
Whoops.
reaches for his head again briefly.
Oh. What?
Oh.
It's back.
What is it saying?
Come to me.
Yes.
We
I
are.
knew it. I assume that it's hungry or something. Let's go kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she prays, obviously, to the God Emperor, and she does not keep her voice down as she walks forward. It's with a firm, clear voice that she is reciting benedictions one after the other.
Okay. So you reach the last two doors, one on either side, before you actually reach the central chamber itself, and Akalon, you shoot out the locks. That's all well and good. But at this point, Medea and Tim, you both see coming out from the door opposite the one you entered the hall through. So that would be this one.
Mm-hmm.
Out from that one comes 10 figures.
Oh,
It
brilliant.
just shoots them.
Is that would that count as a, it's not a horde, is it?
Oh, hordes is a Deathwatch mechanic for obvious
Good. Yeah.
reasons, because Deathwatch being Space Marines being
Massive
murder machines.
shooty things, yes.
Yeah. So no, it's 10 individual potential enemies, depending on how you
Nice.
resolve it.
Well, we were told that anything
Are
that
they-
lived in here were to be considered enemies, so I shoot them.
Okay.
I don't assume that they come out there looking, with their hands up and looking like they're about to surrender.
So what you two see at least, and we'll need to
Yes.
roll initiative here in a
Yes,
bit.
Yes.
What Medea and Tim see are these 10 figures moving out from the doorway, where I just pinged. They are holding weapons, and they are holding them tactically, which means holding them up so they can use the scopes on these weapons.
Oh my.
Oh.
And and as I understand it, Medea is going to open fire.
Wait a second. Are they? I just need one more piece of information here.
Yes.
What is their uniform?
Well,
Because if these are the stormtroopers we just came with,
Medea and Tim can both see them wearing guard uniforms, as you've seen throughout.
okay, so they're not our guys.
Well, in that case, they need to be shot in the head.
And in that case, we're going to need some initiative.
And Francesca is right behind Medea, so she just says, "We have guests," and shoots.
Take.
And at this
Wow.
point, they are, I don't know, 200 meters away from you. Just
Wow.
keep that in mind. It is a long hallway.
Yep, it is. 200 meters. That is quite a distance in the in range increments.
It is.
Okay, let's see.
Looking back,
Crap.
So let's see. Medea, you rolled a 7. And Akalon, wow, you roll poorly.
Yeah, we all rolled really, really badly.
yeah, you ambushed us, you bastard.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't
So
mean to.
how do Akalon and I resolve who goes first?
Who has the highest agility bonus?
Me.
Then you go first.
Yay.
Yes, you do.
I get to shoot someone.
Oh yeah. And you
Maybe.
have a long last.
I do. I'm so happy I changed to that.
Yes.
Why do I get the sneaking suspicion that I'm going to hear my voice again telling us to move later? Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just have to deal with these foes.
Well, you do hear one thing, and I'll just type it out.
Okay.
My dear Akalon.
It'll be a mwahaha, I have you now or something.
Yes, of course. Of course. Stop! playing with our expectations. Well, I suppose
Sorry.
you're supposed to. Well, no, you have to. Don't be so.
So 2 words. The first is said in the normal high-pitched voice that you've heard all along. The second word is that same scream that you've also experienced once.
Oh dear.
ODR.
Yes. Akalon's face twitches quite badly, and he also he raggedly forces the words out in a similar fashion, but not quite the same, and through his teeth, even as he's trying to concentrate on the situation in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
It should be fairly clear that it's not his words at this point, but
Yeah, of course.
run.
And
Sorry, the last bit sounded like a sheep.
No,
I thought it sounded vaguely orgasmic.
so what's going to happen is that 2 of them will get to act first, and basically you see them moving toward you in concert. Their weapons held up so they can use the scopes on the last rifles they carry. But they don't shoot at you yet.
They're
We need to
outside
get
of.
closer.
You're
they're
outside
out.
of you're outside of reach, simply.
Yeah.
So
Now it's sad that we had someone shoot out the Lux.
yeah, you did shoot out the locks.
so there's only one way to go.
Yeah.
It's either in or past them. Well, you guys, tactical retreat behind me. Fire as you go.
And it is Akalon's turn to act first.
I thought it was me.
It
Did I
is.
type? Sorry, did I? No. It is indeed. Sorry,
Oh,
it is.
don't be
It is Tim. Let me just
Yes, it is Tim, but Tim doesn't need to be such a
get away from me.
massive
Yes.
blubber about it.
So
What was that voice? Get away from me, or what was that?
Oh, sorry, that was out of game. I had a messenger thing on my telephone. I don't want to talk to the idiot.
No.
And it was also a matter of, I thought that you were for a moment channeling Connell there.
Oh God.
No.
It was his
Oh.
Freenos voice. Anyway,
Not, can't keep. More Sogataro is getting involved with this game. It must not be so. It must not be so.
It must not
Alright,
be so.
so,
Okay, so Tim, you act
Francesca
first.
ordered us to retreat while shooting,
yes.
basically.
Yep.
In that case, I shall not crouch down to shoot. I shall instead just take aim and try to shoot.
I should mention, what does, just for clarification's sake, what does Sister Francesca mean when she says retreat? Because if
They are between us and the and whatever is in the central chamber. We
no,
are
no,
not
no,
getting-
no.
Oh.
Actually, you are between them and what's in the central chamber. You'd reached.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry, that was what I meant. That was what I meant.
Okay. Sorry.
My bad.
Okay.
So the only retreat we have is into the chamber.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to.
I am
know what the
relying
plan was.
on my faith to keep us safe from the foul energies in there, while we hopefully take a couple of them down on the way in, because we have long-range weaponry to do so with.
Let's see if Tim is indeed. So you will spend a half action to aim, which
Yes.
gives you a +10 modifier to your when you fire your
Yes.
weapon.
And then another half action to fire, right?
Yep.
And
In that
I
case,
have
you can't really retreat this round, just so you know.
Yes, I have the scope. Does that help in any way?
It's another +10, isn't it?
I think so. Let me just check.
I believe that's the case, at least.
I think it's a telescopic sight, which should give you some. Let's see.
I think it's
upgrade.
specifically an extra +10 when he uses the aim action.
Telescopic sights magnify the target's image, especially used for long range. Blah blah blah. Weapon with telescopic sight ignores penalties for long and extreme range as long as the shooter takes a full action to aim.
I only took a half action to aim.
So you sure. So in this case, the
scope.
Yeah.
Nice.
The scope doesn't actually give you an advantage.
Alright, and then there's the question of my weapon being accurate. Does that influence this?
Weapon traits.
Accurate. So some weapons are designed with precision in mind and respond superbly in skilled hands, which this one is. They grant an additional bonus of +10 to the fire's ballistic skill when used with an aim action. This is in addition to the bonus granted from aiming. So yeah.
+10 extra, so you have +20.
Yep.
Cool. And then there's the whole thing about them being 200 away, but the range being 150, so I guess I take penalty for that.
You ignore long and extreme ranges. So that's actually a good idea just to...
Just to work this whole thing out.
Yep.
I like this weapon.
It's nice.
I can get some serious bonuses.
It's a good weapon. It doesn't have much punch as such, but that's the thing is, if you're firing on unarmored targets, it's really good.
So targets that are at a distance of more than double the range of a character's weapon are at long range. Rolls to hit these targets with a ranged weapon are at difficult, which is -10. But you ignore that, even if they were at that
more
range.
More than double, and they've moved. Some of them have moved forwards already.
Yep.
You said.
Yep.
How much closer did they get?
Not enough for it to. They're still so.
No, but it's important for mine because my range is 90.
Let's see. So, how is it that we determine movement rates? Because that determines how far they can actually move in around. Blah 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 blah. So, where do we find movement? There we go. Their agility bonus is so. Okay, so they've just moved. The two of them have moved 4 meters, so 196 meters from you now.
Okay, so basically we're going to be firing at each other at extreme range for a while.
Yeah. The reason they're not moving faster is that they still want to be able to react or.
Of course.
In that case, I have one last question.
Yes.
Because I believe there's something about cold shots.
There is.
How does that work?
Cold shots.
You can say that you're aiming for a specific body part, basically.
Yeah.
You get a -10 to fire, I think, isn't that it?
Yep.
It's just a -10?
Yes.
So I could actually say I totes want to do a headshot, and then I would only have a +10 bonus.
Let's see if we can find it. Cold shot. Weapon skill and ballistic skill tests made to a specific location are hard, which is -20. So basically, it evens out it neutralizes the bonus you get from aiming.
If I want to do a headshot.
If you want to do a headshot.
What if I want to shoot him in the knee?
It is the same thing.
Oh, it's just a -20 all over.
Yep.
Okay. Nope. I'll just shoot without actually choosing a body part then.
Okay.
So I have +20. The ballistic skill. Modifier. I just write in 20, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I still miss.
No,
okay, I rolled a 93.
I
want to use a fate point to reroll, or
it's the last hour.
Yes, actually, I want to do that because I have quite a few of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where have I noted those thingies?
We're coming up on the end of the evening, so
Yeah.
and you just use them. You don't burn them after all. So.
Exactly. I'll reroll it then.
Okay.
Wait. modify, should I write 20 or minus 20, or what should I write? I'm confused. I'll just write 20.
20.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Much better.
3.6 degrees of success.
And he
Let's,
rolls a 28. As for where he hits, he rolls a
Yeah.
28. So that's an 82 body location, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he did call for a headshot.
I didn't call for
No.
anything, no.
He considered it, but given the
Changed
minus
his mind.
20,
Yeah.
so he decided against it. So hit locations. So how that works in this game is that when you hit a target, you basically reverse the result you got on the die or the dice in this case. If you rolled 28, the results when it comes to determining which body part you hit or which location you hit is 82, which is
So
his
left leg.
right leg.
Oh, then it's reverse of the
The
character
hit-
sheet.
Okay. On the table I have, what does it say?
71 to 85, it says on the character sheets here. It says 71 to 85 is left leg.
Okay, it says right leg here in my PDF. Anyway, it's a leg.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see some dice rolling.
And does the degrees of success matter?
Nope.
It does not. I have penetration 1.
Cool.
I assume that's relevant.
It
If
is.
if he's wearing armor, then definitely
Yes. It subtracts his X from his armor value.
So, 1d10 plus 3 energy. 11.
Very nice.
Okay.
Good shot.
Indeed, it is a good shot. You basically tear his leg off. The energy
Fault his advance.
just rips his leg off and he falls screaming to the ground.
He is in fact screaming. All right.
Yeah, he is.
Can
He
I
is,
call out of turn? Can I shout?
You can.
Okay. I shout to them in the name of the Imperial Inquisition and by the authority of Inquisitor Marquisa Dex, stand down!
Okay. Interesting. Let's see here. I'm going to need a roll from you, Sister Francesca.
You said that so menacingly.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, it wasn't meant to be.
That's something that the actual character says that someone in game says at some point.
So this is silly. It's so silly. When
Yes.
intimidate is tied to strength.
It's complete nonsense in this case. I'm not actually I'm trying to give them a command more than I'm trying to intimidate them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm not really threatening them. I'm just telling them to do this.
Sure, it makes sense. So give me a fellowship test. If you have command, you absolutely use it. But yeah,
I don't. However, I might argue for the fact that they are looking at something which is very clearly a Sister of Battle, and she's glowing.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know if I can get a bonus from that.
You can. But it's basically half your fellowship. And let's see. Let's say a plus 20 bonus.
Okay. So I'll add 20 to this, or should I have fellowship first and then add?
Half fellowship and then add the plus 20.
Well, my fellowship is 41, so and then you round up. So I just roll my fellowship.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go!
Oh,
You can do it!
So let's see.
Don't roll 100.
No,
Oh.
I re-roll.
Okay.
Oh.
Yikes.
That was close though. I'm shutting up now.
Yes.
Yay!
That worked.
That's better.
Okay.
Your Nuffle.
So
Praise be.
okay. So what happens? Okay, so you shout this to the guardsman.
Well, the remaining 9 guardsmen.
Yeah. One of them is just he's a heap on the ground.
On the
Just
ground.
my leg,
I mean,
my leg."
having your leg torn off is probably still pretty lethal, but at least I didn't headshot him.
Yeah, he's going to die. He will die.
Just
Well, unless one of his
enticingly
friends stops.
slowly.
Unless one of his friends stopped by with a tourniquet, then yes.
Yes.
They were coming at us with their weapons drawn.
Yeah. What did you say, Aya?
Something about him bleeding to death slowly.
Yeah. Well, it's
Enticingly slowly, instead.
Yes.
enticingly slowly. Okay.
If you're Medea, blood relaxes you.
Sure. Okay, so what basically happens is that they lower the weapons. They don't appear to be directly surrendering or anything, but they do lower their weapons so they're not pointed at you.
See to the injured man. If any of you carry a tourniquet, put it on him.
Okay. Okay, so they don't really, but they do move to their fallen comrade and see to his wounds, and one of them just, you see, okay, we'll pause combat for now. We'll keep the initiative and so on if it becomes necessary, but we'll pause it for now. And you see one of them just, the others are crouching or kneeling beside their fallen comrade. One of them stands up, removes his sidearm from its holster, and moves the pistol, the last pistol, to his to the fallen man's forehead.
That's administering the Emperor's mercy. That's understandable.
You think you might hear him mutter some words, but you're not sure. And then you see the glint of last fire as the man is put out of his misery, so to speak.
Yes, that's, as I said, that's called administering the Emperor's mercy. That's entirely legitimate.
Yep.
Medea leans toward Tim with a nice shot.
Tim glances at her and says, "That's what I do."
Cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber. Okay, so
he's on the job, you know.
Yeah.
It was still a nice shot. He could have gone for the head. At least that's what she thinks. So she thinks he actually meant to pull his leg off.
Doesn't need to know anything else.
No.
So
he could have gone for the head, but he chose to take his leg off instead.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
And the remaining 9 guardsmen, they start walking toward you because you're apparently friendly. So the first friendly
very
face
friendly.
As long as they have their weapons down.
They do?
Right? When they are, let's say 100 meters away.
Sure.
I call out to them.
But before they get that far.
Yeah. Okay.
You all seem to notice a purple gleam in their eye.
Right.
And they raise their weapons. And the hallway goes dark. And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Funny.
No.
Mm-hmm. The amusement
is
is.
the same purple fuck.
Yes. Now we run.
If they get the funny thing is, if they get close to us, if they get within range with the rest of us, right? That thing might actually be driven out of them simply by being in close proximity to Francesca.
So, does it have an actual range? This
anybody who can see her.
Okay.
Anybody
That's
who can see
actually something to consider. Hang on. I'll just do some stuff here.
That'll be fun if the next session they're about to fire and then they all just collapse or something.
Or because it's
Well, if not, then you are at least an easy target, Miss Glowy.
Yeah, so that's the thing, though. You do actually glow in the dark, I imagine.
I glow in the dark. Yeah.
At least, well, thank you.
I'm an orange day glow saintly figure.
Yes, thank you.
Radiance.
Thank you for drawing attention to yourself, so the rest of us don't stand out.
Okay, so
I will remove myself from her, so I'm not, a halo.
Yep.
Okay, so when we.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go on.
When we start up next time, they are 150 meters away from you. That's how far they got before this purple gleam happened thing.
Took over, yes.
Yeah. And whether or not your presence actually helps anything, we'll find out next time, which is on Tuesday.
Yes.
So yeah, let's wrap up this session and just say that to our viewing audience, we do hope you'll tune in for our next session, where we find out just what the hell is going on here and whether or not our acolytes will make it out alive. So until then, bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.